In this video, I'll be reviewing the new 21.5-inch Apple iMac. Now this model retails for $14.29 in Australia and $12.99 in the US. And if you're in the US and want to buy this product on Amazon, my link is right below. Now this model is similar to its predecessor in a number of ways, but it does have quite a few changes. It's gone from the Sandy Bridge processor to the new Ivy Bridge processor. It has USB 3.0. It's thinner. It has no Firewire, no DVD drive, and no audio out, in a single port anyway. So first let's talk about the screen. It has a resolution of 1920 by 1080, and it looks great. It's definitely not a Retina display, but the color quality and the contrast is really good. The screen is actually laminated to the glass. The laminated screen really pops, and it does look a lot better than the previous iMac display. It also does not reflect as much, as it is less glossy. Apple claims it's 70% less reflective. I wouldn't go that far, but it definitely is a lot less reflective. Up top, you have a HD FaceTime camera, just like the previous iMac. A new addition to this iMac is that it actually has dual microphones. One on the back there and one right on the top. Now this gives you much better audio quality. The iMac comes standard with the Bluetooth wireless Apple keyboard and the Apple touch-sensitive Magic Mouse. You can also opt for a Magic Trackpad when you order online instead of the mouse. Taking a look at the ports, here we have a single headphone jack, no dedicated audio out, it's all in the one port now. SD card slot, which used to be on the side of the iMac, which was a lot more convenient. Now it's on the back. 4 USB 3 ports, upgraded from USB 2 in the previous model. 2 Thunderbolt ports, as opposed to the 1 Thunderbolt port in the previous iMac. Gigabit Ethernet, and no Firewire 800, which was on the previous iMac. Here we have our power connector and a Kensington lock slot under there. And over on the right hand side of the iMac, we just have our power button. Now this is the base 21.5-inch iMac, and going through the specs, we've got a 2.7 GHz quad-core Intel Core i5 processor with turbo boost up to 3.2 GHz, 8 GB of RAM, as well as a 1 TB hard drive, NVIDIA GeForce GT640M with 512 megs of video memory. And that graphics card is plenty powerful for everyday use and some light gaming. Now the iMac has always been a great home family computer, and I think Apple have made some really bad decisions with this iMac. They've gotten rid of the DVD drive, they've moved the SD card slot to a really inconvenient place, and they've got rid of Firewire, all to just make it thinner. Now if you look at the iMac from a certain angle like this angle, it looks extremely thin. However, once you move it a little bit and look at the back of it, you'll actually see that it's almost as thick as the old one. So I'm not really sure why you would care about your desktop being so thin, considering you're never going to take it anywhere. And yeah, I'm not sure why Apple have some huge obsession with thinness. I'd rather them focus on making a great product. So on the old iMac, right here would be the DVD drive and the SD card slot would be about here. Now this was easy and convenient. If you're editing a video, take it off your camera, get the SD card, pop it right in the side. Now when it's on your desk, you have to basically swing the whole thing around and then look for the SD card. Now this makes the whole process a lot more inconvenient than what it would have been with the previous iMac, all because they want to make it thin from this angle, and it's not even much thinner than the old one, as I said. Also, there is no user upgradable RAM, unlike all the previous iMacs. You cannot upgrade the RAM on this very easily. I think you may still be able to do it, like ripping the screen off and stuff, but they've made it just extremely inconvenient that almost no consumer would be able to do it. And they've gotten rid of a DVD drive, which a lot of people are saying, oh, who uses DVDs anymore and all this. I personally don't use DVDs that often, but if you think about the market of the iMac, which is families, pretty much every family I know still uses DVDs. So if that's the demographic for the iMac, I'm not sure why they're taking it out, when people that are buying this are most likely going to be people that are still using DVDs. So yeah, just a number of ridiculous decisions they've made on this, all in the effort of making it super thin, which isn't even necessary. Because of Apple's obsession with thinness, users will be inconvenienced and not have easy access to the SD card slot, no DVD player, just a number of inconveniences. And also this iMac is more expensive than the previous one, funnily enough, and they've taken out features. So overall, it's a good update to the iMac for people who don't use DVDs and don't care about upgrading their machine's RAM, for example, and also don't care about the inconvenient place of the SD card slot. Then sure, it's a great iMac. It's pretty fast. I did a Geekbench test on it. Check out my channel for that video, youtube.com/iTechEverything. It rates pretty well in Geekbench. It's a very snappy computer. I actually edited a couple of my YouTube videos on this, and when you're just getting the mouse scrolling through the timeline, it definitely does fly. So it's a very, very quick machine, especially for the entry-level model. The biggest pro of this over the old iMac is definitely the display. It looks fantastic, way less reflection, definitely a major upgrade to the display. So if you don't care about DVDs, you don't care about the inconvenient SD card slot location, you don't care about FireWire 800, and you don't care about upgrading your machine's RAM, then this iMac will be great for you. It's very, very quick. I've edited plenty of YouTube videos on it, and it flies in iMovie as you're just scrolling through the timeline very, very fast. So it's definitely a great update in terms of speed. So if all those cons don't matter to you, the iMac is a great computer for the price, especially from Apple. So hey guys, that's going to do it for this one. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up as I really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below. Click subscribe right above. And as I said earlier, if you want to buy this product on Amazon and you're in the US, my link is right below. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter over at twitter.com/iTechEverything. And just one last thing, if you have any questions about the iMac or my thoughts on it, etc., drop them in the comments below. See you guys in the next one.